But you never know. You never know. So it's turning into a mud fest, absolute mud fest. Claire, over on the YouTube side of things, has this comment. She says, "What concerns me the most about Brett Kavanaugh is his decision to continue to go forward with the public charade of his confirmation process. At this point, Christine Ford's testimony before the Senate will probably turn into a debate of he said, she said. Now, she will only go forward if certain conditions are met for that investigation or that inquiry with her being present. I don't think it's going to happen. Well, I'll keep reading the comment. My issue is that he has made a decision to put his ambition before the welfare of his daughters. They are at a very impressionable age, and now they will be haunted for years with questions about the integrity of their father and subject to heckling by their peers. I don't care how many women say he is a fine and upstanding man. What matters is present time. What has he learned from his life experience? How does he view the welfare of women?" Well, that's an interesting question. First of all, I'm sure that his daughters probably love him unconditionally and will side with him because that is generally the nature of family. Secondly, I would think that at this point, Kavanaugh is all in. And if he doesn't continue to push through the charade, then he will look weak in the eyes of his daughters, that he caved. Thirdly, we're living in a time now where I think doxing is going to become a national pastime. So what I mean by that is that being heckled, being cajoled, being ridiculed, I feel like that the world is trending in that direction anyway. But his daughters will probably be just fine. They'll get scholarships at the right places. I mean, these people are connected. They're deep blue blood families. They go back a long way. They've got historical continuity, precedents. I don't think his daughters have anything to worry about. So I'm not sure that he should just step down for his daughter's sake. I think he's in way too deep, and I think that that's a political climate that a lot of us don't understand in a lot of ways. We're outsiders, so we don't understand these ties between family members and generations. But I do think that just on a fundamental level, if he quits now, I think he's sending the wrong message to his daughters. And if he becomes a Supreme Court justice, then in some ways he's vindicated. Now, will Blassie show up next week? Who knows? Who knows? If she does, she should show up without having her conditions met. But I doubt if she will. You're right, it will turn into a he said, she said. And again, there is a rumor that she was going to pull this stunt last year with Neil Gorsuch because they were all there. It was all one happy little clusterfuck of elitist raging hormones and CIA operative influence and family breeding. And it's really just kabuki theater, to be honest with you. But it does show you how, in some ways, desperate people are at this point in time, because it feels like we're fighting. There's a fight going on. There's a war going on. And the war is for the attention of your consciousness, number one, the capturing of your signal, number two, and number three, kind of where this is all going to go. If they're going to flip this into a social Marxist model, or they're going to go try to run this nationalist program. I mean, I don't, I don't get I don't know. There's some interesting things happening with nationalism, or there's some interesting things happening with this notion of countries. But I just don't know if the will of the people can supersede, in some ways, these machinations and all the 4D chess moves that the elites generally tend to make. Now, they do fuck up. They leave themselves vulnerable, and they did give us the internet, and we've been using it assiduously, and now they want to shut it down, basically. They're not perfect. These people aren't perfect. But while we're, debating all this stuff, and he said, she said, they are laying the tracks for Agenda 21 like you won't believe. So we're dealing with all this drama out there. Meanwhile, the stack 'em and pack 'ems are happening. 5G's happening. Slowly but surely, they're putting the pieces together. So they're going to move us into our green zoos. And I think that's really, if you want to get down to the core of all this, that's what we're talking about. That it's all a major distraction while they're creating the new social model right under our very noses. Thanks for the comment, Claire. I appreciate that. Okay, why don't we get on out of here? Let you guys get off into your weekend. Next week is the autumnal equinox, and we get to celebrate the fruits of the season, the harvest of the season. And not long after that is Oktoberfest and beer. Gotta love it. And I just want to say that I would love each and every one of you who listen in to the Friday FARcast and the 15 Minutes of Flame, whether it's here or whether it's over on YouTube with the live streams. Just want to appreciate you and send you some really good vibrations and good wishes. If you feel so inclined and you'd like to donate to this show, you can go ahead and get on over to my website, robertphoenix.com. I've got a PayPal link. Throw a few bones in the kitty. But by the way, I was demonetized on YouTube on my other channel. I've got two channels. The 11th house, and I'm starting the 15 Minutes of Flame. On the 11th house channel, I've got demonetized. They didn't look at my content. They looked at my content. They didn't like what they saw, apparently. Not that I made any money off of YouTube. It was never my goal. My goal was just to get content out there. But if I was in a place of monetization, or I was looking at monetizing, not happening now. I do like that super chat though, where you can throw in $5 or whatever. I was kind of looking at that super chat. Anyway, if you feel like you want to continue to contribute to the continued production of these shows, please feel free. In any case, I will see you on Sunday night, the eve of the autumnal equinox, moving towards balance. Use your head to discern what's real, your heart to discern what's possible. I'm Robert Phoenix. Have a fantastic Friday and an even better weekend. I'll see you on Sunday.
are living in a computer-programmed reality. We are living in a computer-programmed reality, and the only clue we have to it is when some variable is changed and some alteration in our reality occurs. We would have the overwhelming impression that we were reliving the present, déjà vu, perhaps in precisely the same way, hearing the same words, saying the same words. I submit that these impressions are valid and significant, and I will even say this: such an impression is a clue that at some past time point a variable was changed, reprogrammed as it were, and that because of this an alternative world branched off.